As early as 1991, Ka-shing Li started investing in the UK. At that time, the reason why Ka-shing Li chose to sell real estate in mainland China and Hong Kong to invest in the UK was because he had seen through the economic cycle and the reincarnation of the regional economy. With his keen business acumen, he realized that after more than 20 years of rapid development, the real estate in China and Hong Kong was close to saturation, and there was not much room for continued development, basically reaching the ceiling. In line with the business creed of not making the last copper penny, he believed that the time had come to withdraw from real estate in China and Hong Kong. From the perspective of asset valuation, it was at the top of its peak. In fact, the phrase, "don't make the last copper penny," contains profound philosophy. It can also be said to be a classic motto that a businessman should always keep in mind, and it is also an iron law that must be observed in stock market operations. Don't think about making enough money and maximizing your returns. Often the last carnival is the most dangerous moment. At that time, the UK's economy was in recession due to the impact of the US subprime mortgage crisis, which led to the depreciation of the pound. Asset values are at rock bottom and debts are mounting. As a last resort, the country's infrastructure assets can only be sold to alleviate the debt problem. At this time, it was the best time to enter the United Kingdom to buy low prices, so Ka-shing Li seized this opportunity and adopted a sell high, buy low operation of selling real estate in mainland China and Hong Kong and taking the opportunity to buy low prices in the United Kingdom. In fact, Ka-shing Li has been selling some domestic assets in China since 2008. In the 5 years from 2013 to 2017, a total of 170 billion yuan was cashed out and then invested in the UK's electricity, gas, telecommunications, ports, airports, high-speed rail and other industries. Due to Ka-shing Li's massive investment, he already controls 25% of the UK's electricity, 40% of the telecommunications industry, 33.3% of the gas industry, 7% of the water industry, and 1/3 of the ports. There are also numerous real estate, bars, retail businesses, etc. When it comes to Ka-shing Li's investment in the UK, people often say Ka-shing Li bought half of the UK. In fact, this statement is completely realistic and is not an exaggeration. At that time, the reason why Ka-shing Li chose to invest in infrastructure projects such as communications, hydropower, gas and ports in the UK as his main investment targets was because the asset prices of these projects in the UK were not high at that time. Moreover, these projects are all public utility projects related to people's livelihood. Although the annual profit rate may not be too high, the advantage is long-term stability and can allow the Li family to obtain a continuous and stable income. According to calculations, Ka-shing Li's investment is equivalent to a contribution of nearly 40% to the UK's GDP. Because his huge investments have made great contributions to the United Kingdom, Queen Elizabeth and many senior British government officials welcome Ka-shing Li. He was awarded British peerage and medals twice. At present, it has been more than 10 years since Ka-shing Li invested in the UK. So, did Ka-shing Li lose money or make money from this business? According to the 2021 financial report of Creek Hutchison Industrial, the British market accounts for 17% of its revenue and 24% of its profits respectively. CK Hutchison's annual profit should be 40.7 billion yuan. Based on this ratio, it is estimated to be about 8 billion yuan. However, based on the investment amount of 400 billion, the rate of return is only 2%, which is not high. The reason is that when Ka-shing Li invested in the UK, he did not predict the emergence of the unexpected event of Brexit. However, as the UK successfully leaves the EU, various negative factors for the British economy have begun to emerge. Before Brexit, within the EU framework, the UK was able to obtain a large number of low-end labor from Central and Eastern Europe, such as truck drivers, dock workers, etc. Now that Brexit has left the UK without immigrants from Central and Eastern Europe, there is a serious domestic labor shortage. Coupled with the impact of the epidemic and the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, the UK's supply chain that originally relied on the EU has been broken, and there are also problems with the supply of domestic goods, resulting in empty shelves in many supermarkets. Although the bar business Ka-shing Li invested in the UK suffered a loss of 1.9 billion yuan, his investments in public utility projects were all profitable. However, the epidemic and the conflict between Russia and Ukraine have caused electricity and natural gas prices to skyrocket in the UK, which has benefited Ka-shing Li a lot. In the UK, energy prices are entirely market behavior and the government will not intervene. Therefore, the electricity and gas companies controlled by Ka-shing Li also increased their prices, thus making profits. In addition, according to the financial report data of Changshe Group, the asset-liability ratio is basically controlled within 10%. Moreover, the asset-liability ratio of other industries also dropped from 15.6% to 7.9%. This shows that Ka-shing Li's company is in good operating condition and its financial structure is very healthy. This is something that mainland real estate companies cannot compare with. Nowadays, domestic real estate companies often have debt ratios above 70–80%, and a debt ratio of 50% is considered quite good. In recent years, Ka-shing Li has begun to sell British assets one after another. In 2020, Ka-shing Li directly resold the European communication technology equipment order worth 71.8 billion yuan he had just received to other companies. After that, the UBS Group London headquarters building in the City of London was sold to a Korean company for £1.25 billion. In November this year, Ka-shing Li sold communications facilities in multiple regions in Europe, including the United Kingdom, for a total amount of more than 700.1 billion yuan. Moreover, Ka-shing Li is preparing to sell British Electricity Company. If the transaction is successful, he will receive 130 billion yuan. Through these two transactions in the European market and the United Kingdom, Ka-shing Li can cash out 200 billion yuan. In March this year, Ka-shing Li sold off the assets of the British Electricity Distribution Company. The British Electricity Distribution Company, together with telecom operator 02 and London's Canary Wharf, formed the main front for Ka-shing Li's buying half of the UK. The current valuation is approximately 126 billion yuan, which is double the value when it was originally purchased. According to the announcement of Chungkong Holdings Group, its subsidiaries have reached an agreement with Broadgate 5 Holding Limited. The latter will acquire Chungkong's 5 Broadgate office building at a price of £729 million. At that time, Ka-shing Li purchased the building for £1 billion. As the Federal Reserve raised interest rates 6 times this year, the US dollar exchange rate continued to rise. The exchange rate of the British pound against the US dollar has also continued to fall, and now 1 British pound equals 1.2 US dollars. This means that Ka-shing Li's assets in the UK are also shrinking with the fall of the pound. Therefore, how to cash out from the UK as soon as possible is the top priority of the Li family. As a successful businessman, what Ka-shing Li values most is financial security. He once said, "If you want to do a business that can make money even if the sky falls." The reason why he decisively made up his mind to withdraw capital from the UK shows that he believed that it was time to earn the last copper penny from his investment in the UK. Precisely because Ka-shing Li's investments have the characteristics of low cost, low debt and the ability to bring stable cash income, his company's operations are stable and the asset risk is very low. At present, he is still the largest invisible rich man in China and Asia. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.